listening to the Arcade Radio Network. Time for another episode of Amiga Flashback, the show that takes you back to the 80s and 90s.
It's Saturday and time for another episode. This one we simply call One Thing and One Thing Alone. After 8. Yeah, you know that chocolate that's tasty. And the reason, all the songs here are graded 8 out of 10 on the Amiga Mod Archive, handpicked by yours truly. XTD in a blaze. Quite a strong intro here on Amiga Flashback. So, I have no time today to give you the cool stories. We are going to resume that next week. And we're also gonna give you Allister Brimble and his best tunes in an upcoming episode. So, good stuff will come to those who wait. But now, more music. Something broken here? No, actually that's how it ends. Anders Dator, Wheels. So, yeah. Do you know anything about an Amiga Action Replay cartridge? Yeah, I do, because I own one of them. It was a little thing you plugged into the side door of the Amiga 500. And if you pushed the button, it would freeze the computer and drop you right into the memory. You could actually edit the whole thing. You could rip pictures out of games. You could actually find modules. Many computer games actually had the music made in the sound tracker, noise tracker module format. So you can just pick them out there, even if the game didn't allow you to. And you could cheat. You could enter different values into, the registers to make your heroes immortal or give, hit points and stuff. But my brother was super thrilled about when I got into a computer game called Utopia, an Amiga game that kind of plays like Civilization in space. And I actually started putting his name into all the alerts, so if something bad happened, it would raise a Philip alert. That's the name of my brother, and he thought I was some kind of god that could do stuff like that. He did not understand how it worked. Today he's a programmer in his own right and probably laughs at it, as he should. I will try to get this right. Antonio Scialdone with Hearts. Okay, so my favorite artist when it comes to Amiga music, that has to be Chris Huelsbeck. He is the man behind the legendary music for the Turrican series of games. And the best of that all has to be Turrican II, and the intro music, that's to die for. As you probably know, he has released 2 albums that are orchestral versions of the music for both Turrican 1 and 2. And those are great. I have them on vinyl, so they sound fantastic. And my brother is kind of into this as well, because he was actually himself part of an ensemble that created Turrican 2 reenactment, if you want to. Not the game, the music. So he actually took me and the rest of the family out just to see this fantastic thing. It was a few years ago, and it sounded awesome. I was sitting there just... jeez, it's fantastic. I can't play his music there, but if you want to hear really great Amiga music, as best as it can be, just go to YouTube and search for Turrican II intro. You will not be disappointed. I promise you, if you like Amiga music, that is the pinnacle. cRim of LemonRide with Origin. So, I wonder what the LemonRide is. I hope that's not nothing bad. It seems like I don't want to do that. Well, we're going on with Cyclone with Almagest. the bad news when it comes to the Amiga scene. That's that the demo parties of 2021 are still far away. The next one we're gonna see is actually in July 2021. That's ACGG Amiga Sommarhack 2021 in a little Swedish city called Skutskär, so they expect to be able to go there physically. We can hope that the COVID-19 is gone by then. After that we have Sommarhack 2021, and that's online only, so they are not as positive as the previous ones. And then of course we have Edison 2021, and it's up here in Stockholm by Eggeby Gård, which is close to Tensta if I remember correctly. The bad news with that is that, well, it's also in July, so it's gonna take a while before you can go there. But they are optimistic of being able to have a physical meeting. Now we don't know, of course, if this thing drags on, then, well, we might have to enjoy that online as well. And then we have Gubbdata 2021, the old man's choice, so to speak. It's online only, and that's July as well. And the final one we know about is Fondata Summer 2021 by this legendary, but this time sysop called Björn and his friends. It will be in Visby, Gotland, and I don't know if that's going to be online or not. It seems to be it's a physical one. It doesn't say anything else. So that's what that is. Well, nothing comes to those who can't afford to wait. Delorean, and the tune is called something like 011, whatever. Look, you can check the notes. It's a number of binaries, at least. Anyway, so if you like YouTube and retro stuff, you have a lot of things to watch. I mean, there's people like Tecmoan, of course. You have him with retro audio hardware. We have 8-Bit Guy, of course, with his C64s and general Nintendo, whatever 8-bit stuff he has been able to scrounge up. And that's a whole lot of things there. We have LDR. And that's Clint Basinger, who actually just reviews his old PCs and stuff. Some Amigas every now and then as well. But if we're looking at like pure Amiga retro people, that would be like Perifractic and his wife. We also have Miss Mad Lemon, and they're mostly about Amiga. They might actually throw in a C64 every now and then. And we have this guy called Jan Beta. He speaks very funny, but he is super into the electronics of C64 Amigas and different retro computers. So yeah, there's a lot of things to see on YouTube if you're into the retro thing, which I guess you are. Otherwise, why are you here? Soft music by DJ FlipSide and The Skies Above. Another DJ coming right up here, DJ Djamm or Djamm or whatever it's called, r-u-exp Revisited. Some stuff has not aged well. A few weeks ago I told a friend of mine about Prince of Persia, a series of games that had the first game actually released for the Amiga. And I told him about the fantastic lush backgrounds and the animations that were splendid. You see, the guy you're running as has an animation scheme that has been grabbed from a real video and then very truthfully transferred into this sprite. So the young man runs very, very fluidly. And when he turns direction, he kind of swings around and exactly how a real person would do. And then I showed the game to him. And the first thing we could see, while the animations were as good as I remember it, the backgrounds were not lush. They were sparse, to say the worst. That was just the way I remember them. It was the same, portal arcs, what do you call it, time and time again, and some really bad Arabic kind of style ornaments, and that's the only thing that was. And when you came up in the castle, it was not much better, and every enemy you ever met looked pretty much the same, well animated but super simple. And the Sultan himself, your enemy, the guy who has forced your future wife to marry him, well, he is just another guard. So when you just run into the room and find your future wife, then it's like, what? Did I just kill the Sultan? That was just a normal guard. Yeah. Sorry to say, some things are better left alone, forgotten in the dungeon where they now reside. Don-cato of Talent, Give Me a Light. Okay, I don't have any matches, but sure, I can probably find some big thing going on there and, yeah, light your cigarette or whatever you want. When I was a kid, my Commodore 64 was always on. As soon as I came home, I popped in my disc of Silent Service, that U-boat submarine game, where you simply tried to take down carriers and destroyers of the Japanese empire, and I was super talented on it. I could pretty much take down pretty much anything they threw at me. Many years later, in modern times, I actually fired it up again, and the first thing I did was run aground. Ouch! What a nice little song. It's Felix Lindgren and the Firebreathing Giant. Going on with Frozen Yellow Light and Immortalized Time. I don't know if you have seen this Untouchables movie that was popular in the 80s. It was a good one, if you ask me. There was a game released by Ocean, also called Untouchables, and I think it was pretty mediocre, but okay, it was playable, a bit fun. But it was the first computer game I ever saw on the Amiga, before I actually got my own Amiga. and my friend was just letting the game be on the start screen because the music was super captivating, and that was an earworm that I still have stuck in my head. It's like, wow. I mean, the in-game music wasn't very good. It was some classic 1920s songs and stuff. I like that kind of music, but they were not well done. But the intro, my god, that was something specific. So I mean, go to YouTube and search for Untouchables and just listen to the intro music. It is magnificent. Nocilis by Math. Yep, math is hard. No, I don't know. Anyway, a bit of a repetition for everyone who has listened on the station, but I think I should say this. You know, we have a number of Amiga Flashback episodes coming up, and here's some of the suggestions we have. Stuff that's gonna be made into real episodes one day. Well, in no specific order. Obscure Amiga games, the ones you never heard of. Games only available on the Amiga. The interesting game villains. And Amiga computer viruses. Yep, it's gonna be good. nice rain. That was Oona of Liquid Dreams. And I will send you back to your dreams, because this Amiga Flashback is now, closing up here. This has been DJ Daemon, keeping you company for this whole hour. And you can find this podcast by searching for Amiga Flashback or the Arcade Radio Network podcast, and you shall find another episode or 5. So, thanks for listening, and remember, we are also on Discord, so yeah, that's our chatback channel if you want to.